Halo pemirsa, Anda menyaksikan International Corner ANTARA. Saat ini saya masih bersama dengan Duta Besar Jepang untuk ASEAN, His Excellency Kiya Masahiko. Mr. Ambassador, let's do this second segment, and it's about ASEAN's partnership with Japan.
Oh, thank you for taking that topic.
Japan will jointly announce a new vision of cooperation with leaders of ASEAN countries in Tokyo?
Yes.
In December, right? At the summit.
Yes.
Now, can you please share a little bit of what we can expect in that new vision of cooperation?
Yes. Well, before answering your question, I've got to explain why the summit this year in December.
Yeah.
Because this year is the 50th year of friendship and cooperation between ASEAN and Japan.
Right.
That is why all the leaders of ASEAN are coming over to Tokyo to have a special commemorative summit in Tokyo in December this year. So, what kind of new vision will be announced? Well, I'm not the Prime Minister, or I'm not the leaders of ASEAN, so we've got to wait and see. But there are maybe some clues, because so many people, experts, academics, and business people, and also bureaucrats and MN people have discussed what the vision should be. And I can just introduce a few ideas that they've already worked out. Say the one is this panel of experts, which submitted a report which suggested 3 pillars of new ASEAN-Japan cooperation. First, shaping a regional order which is free, open, rule-based and fair. 2, building a society which fulfills economic development, sustainability and fairness. The fairness is very important. 3, fostering mutual understanding and trust are the foundation of a new ASEAN-Japan partnership. So trust is the key basis of all the cooperation. And separately, there was an effort of a public-private discussion, mainly the business people. They suggested the vision of developing a society that is safe, prosperous, and free through fair and mutually beneficial economic co-creation. So that co-creation is a very key word, based on the trust that has been built over the past 50 years. So again, trust, fair. Those are the key words, I believe, that Japan needs demonstrating to the people in ASEAN. And the 4 pillars of economic co-creation are sustainability, innovation, connectivity, and human capital. So I'm hoping that all those ideas and suggestions would be combined, integrated, so that the empowering, uplifting new vision will be announced for the end of this year.
Oh, great. Moving on, as the relationship between Japan and the ASEAN reaches the 50th year, what are the main focuses right now in the cooperation between Japan and ASEAN, as well as its member countries, Ambassador?
So the focus is to address common and emerging challenges across sectors. One of the examples is the public health, because we are now coming out of this COVID-19, and it could happen again. We've got to be prepared for it. And so Japan has long been the advocate of promoting universal health coverage. We continue to do that. And in particular in this field of infectious diseases. So Japan made a commitment of 50 million US dollars for this new ASEAN Center for this to address these emerging diseases. It's called ACFeed. So we are hoping that this will be operational soon, led by ASEAN. So that's one of the examples. Maybe another example is, say, digitalization. It's transforming the society and the economy in ASEAN. And Japan would like to be together with ASEAN. And one of the examples Japan has been doing is to, cyber security is key, and for as a basis of any business transactions.
Yeah.
Japan has been supporting ASEAN's capacity building of, in this field of cybersecurity, and that it will move on to the next phase. So that's another example of cooperation between ASEAN and Japan.
Prime Minister Kishida has highlighted 3 focuses on the 50th anniversary of Japan-ASEAN relations. One of which is the establishment, you mentioned that earlier, one of which is the establishment of sustainable and prosperous society. Can you please elaborate on that, Ambassador?
Yes, thank you for this question. This sustainability, energy and decarbonization is key at this time. And as I briefly explained, Prime Minister Kishida is now advocating, promoting the idea and concept of Asia Zero Emission Community. It was just earlier this year that ministers of ASEAN and Japan and the relevant organizations, they got together in Tokyo, and they worked on this concept so that they could be concrete. And the key point is that we need to promote decarbonization while ensuring economic growth. So the energy transition is key. So that is to be safeguarded. And another area is this disaster management, because the frequency and impact of disasters are increasing, maybe partly due to the impact of climate change. But Japan is a disaster-prone country, as you may know. We've got the expertise and technology to address this. So we like to mobilize those expertise and technology so that ASEAN will be disaster resilient and enhance its capability to address, to prevent and address any such disasters. That's another important area where Japan can greatly contribute to ASEAN, which is for the benefit of Japan as well.
Another focus mentioned by PM Kishida is on building mutual understanding and trust between Japan and ASEAN members. What are the concrete measures that need to be taken by both parties?
Yes, thank you for a good question again. And this is this trust element is basis for all to make it the basis for success of all cooperation. And we need to promote multi-layered exchange. So that is the from people to people exchange in many sectors, and also cultural exchange, so that we could understand each other, especially in the younger generation. So the efforts we have been doing in this respect is the Genesis project, which is called the Japan East Asia Network of Exchange for Students and Youth, so Genesis program. And that's we hope that will continue and expand that kind of efforts. And also we've been promoting Asia Kakehashi project, which is to invite ASEAN students to the high school students to Japan. And also we got the Nihongo partners, that is on the other way around, the sending Japanese people as a language teacher, a language sort of supporter, so that together with the Japanese language teachers in ASEAN countries, they promote the Japanese language education as well as cultural exchange. Those and there are many other areas, business, youth, and the journalism, including you. So I hope that those exchanges will be promoted. That's my hope.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. We will see you back in the third segment.
Yes.
Demikian pemirsa, perbincangan saya dengan Duta Besar Jepang untuk ASEAN, His Excellency Kiya Masahiko. Terima kasih telah menyaksikan International Corner. Sampai jumpa di segmen berikutnya.